Hello guys, welcome. My name is Kazupe Patrick and today we are going to use Microsoft Word to create a certificate exactly like this. So with Microsoft Word, we are going to design this certificate including mail merge. So we are going to get data from Excel through mail merge feature. So those who want to learn Microsoft Word as well as mail merge, please watch this video till the end. So let's get started. We are going to design everything from scratch and then we include students' information right from Excel through using Merrimack. This is the certificate we are going to design today. Let's get started. Now what I'm going to do, this is the folder I have prepared for our data and everything we need, including pictures and everything. So if you want some of these pictures like the background and this medal, you are going to check in this video's description. Now, these are the students we are going to use to make our certificates. So we want to make certificates for these 4 students. And let's get started. First of all, we are going to create a Microsoft Word document, and this is going to hold our certificate template. So let me name it certificate. Another thing we shall do, we shall create Microsoft Excel document just to hold our data for these students. Well, so now let's go into Microsoft Word and we design our template. So remember, we are targeting to design a template exactly like this. Now let's go there and let's get started. Now, after opening this Microsoft Word, now we're going to set our page layout to landscape mode. So let me go to page layout and I set it to landscape. So after doing that, we need to set our background, since if you look at our certificate, the background, so it is image. So we need to put that background image. It is in video's description, check it and download it. So now I'm going to get it. So let me click on it and I click on picture tools. Then I'm going to set it behind the text so that it gets behind everything I'm going to put on it. Now after doing that, I'll expand it just to occupy the whole page. Just like that. Well, so now our background is ready to go. Now, the next thing, if we look at our certificate, we need to put in this medal in the middle of the page. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to open the folder and then I bring that medal, I drag it into my document and I drop it. So I'm going to click on it and I put it text wrap to in front of text. Let it lie in front of text. Now I'm going to resize it such that it occupies a smaller part of my page. Let me put it just right there. Well, so after doing that, now the next step is to put in the text, the information in our certificate. So let's go there and put in the information. So the information can best be put using text box, and in this case, I'm going to draw a rectangle shape and add my text box. So let's get started and see. So I'm going to come to insert shapes, then I'm going to get a rectangle, and I'm going to draw a rectangle to occupy the part into which I want the text. Yeah, that is it now. So what I'm going to do next, I'm going to make sure that my text is in, and don't be afraid because the medal is covered, we shall set this background to transparent such that our medal can be visible once again. So I'm going to try to click anywhere in this rectangle and I click on add text. So it's time to add text, and now if I start adding text, you can see it is adding right in the center, but I want it to start right from the top. So I'm going to click on drawing tools, text direction, align text, and I use top. So here I'm going to type the school name. I use St. Peter's College School Kisojo. Well, so after doing that, now I'm going to come down and say certificate. It is certificate of merit. Good. Now I'm going to come down and say this certificate is proudly awarded to. So we shall put the name below here, and now below here I'm going to put the information. This is what we are doing for his diary service. He has entered to this school as, so let's get there. For since we are dealing with girls, I'm going to say for her TRS service is she has landed to school as. So down here we shall put the post, and after that we are going to put the administration wishes her the best. The administration wishes her the best. Well, so now we've put in the information needed. Now let's design it just to match exactly just like our certificate. Now what we are going to do, we're going to first highlight all of this information, and then we set it to initial, let's set it to red, so that we can hide the background, we can hide this color from our text box and remain with the transparent white background for our certificate. I'm going to go to drawing tools, shape fill, I use no fill, I'll move that background color. Now I can also switch off the outline, but for the moment let's first leave it on, the outline let's first leave it on, such that we first finish designing our text. Now I'm going to highlight my text, and initially let me set its font style to Times New Roman. Well, so now I'm going to edit the title, Henri, the St. Peter's. Let me choose my font first to, let me use elephant. Yes, I'm going to set it to elephant, and I'm going to increase its size till when I feel it is suiting my needs. Now also here I'm going to set it to elephant. Actually, let me set everything to elephant except the name. Or else I may use Times New Roman so that it may be right for the full text. Now let me highlight this and I make it bigger. Well, this certificate is awarded to, so let's make this text also bigger. Now the name we are going to put here using mail merge. So we shall fetch names from mail merge, from Excel using mail merge feature. But for the moment, I may put, we call it placeholder. I may put the word name, just to be my placeholder, and here I may put the word post, just to act as my placeholder. So I'm going to design this name such that if I fetch it from the database, that is Excel, that it's going to act as my database because it's going to store my data. So let me make it font first to, let me say make it to Blackadder ITC. I think it will be better, just like that. Let me size it a little bit better, and then post, let also be to Blackadder ITC. Well, so now the next thing we can do, we may increase the size a little bit, or else if I don't increase the size, I may increase the line spacing to 1.5. I think that is enough. Now the next thing we are going to do, I think at this moment, I may extend this way so that the name does not occupy the other blue part of my background. So now it's time to remove the border. That is, I'll click on drawing tools, shape outline, no outline, so that we can set the transparent border. Now if you can see, I want to edit this. I need this to become in front of text. Well, so I can put it wherever I want. Let me resize it a little bit, just like that, and move it up just like that. Well, now you see we are getting closer into what we are looking for. Let me make this a little bit bigger. Oh, just maybe like that. Let me make this text. Well, So let me just reduce the font, the line spacing of this to that. Well, now let's go. Let's continue. We are getting closer to our destiny. Is it? Yes. But if we can see the name, the word sojo is below here, and we need to reduce this line spacing, probably to 1.0. And now let's continue reducing this image and put it exactly below here. Well, yes, it is amazing now. Now, the next thing we are going to do, we are going to shade this black. We're going to highlight, choose color, black, good. Now, what else? The text is in black. This one, black, black, and this is also black. Good. Now, we've designed our template. I think it's making sense, unless this is not that. It is, I think, also in elephant. Good. Now, this is our template. We need to put signatures here. I'm going to get a shape and I draw a line here. I make it thicker, drawing tools. I set this to 0 so that it gets straight. I come to shape outline, weight. I make it thicker and I may shade it to black. Well, so I'm going to click on this line and I press Ctrl D to duplicate it. And I get a copy of it. I move it to this side since I want the signatures. Now I need this in between or in the between the line. Now I'm going to write down a teacher signature and patron's signature. Let me get a rectangle. I put it here. I right click on it, add text. I'm going to put head teacher signature as text. Well, so that's done now. Let me get this text shaded to black. I go to home, I make it black. I set this to Times New Roman. Drawing tools, shape fill, I make it white or no fill. Shape outline, I make it no outline. So I'm going to click on the borders. I duplicate it by pressing Ctrl D. So I get another copy. I move it to this side. Then I'm going to write patron's signature. Good. So our template looks realistic as the certificate we want to produce. Now what we are going to do, let's go in database. Let me save my template first, Ctrl S. And now let me move to the data in Excel and we put in the data. So we are going to write certificate for 4 students, and namely these are going to be one Nambi. So we need name, we need post, and picture. That's the data we need. Now for name, let's populate in the name. Let's type in the names. So we are having Nambeja Dorin. Next, Nampera Maria. Who else do we have? Namjuzi Kate and Namsoke Margaret. Namjuzi Kate. Then lastly, we are having Namsoke Margaret. Well, so posts, let's give them posts. Let this be the head girl. Let this be the head prefect. Let this be the head monitor. Let this be the sanitary prefect. Now, next thing we're going to put in the images, and now pay attention. This is important part. So to put in images, we need to put in file paths for those people or for the images. So if we check in our folders, what do we call file path? If I right click on image and I see properties, this is the path I'm talking about, the location of the image. But if we want to get it right, so we are going to highlight all the images. So I'm going to select all the images, then I right click on it. But if I'm on Windows 11, I will see option called copy as path. But if I'm not using Windows 11, how do I get that option? So I will hold down Shift key on the keyboard and I right click anywhere in the highlighted images while holding down Shift key. So when I do that, I will see this option, copy as path. So if I get this option, copy as path, I need to click on that option. So now the paths or the locations of these images are copied. Now I'll go back to my Excel and click in the first option. I will press Ctrl V to paste. So when I press Ctrl V to paste, the paths will be pasted, and these are the paths. Now if we check, Nambe Jadorini has taken Nampera Maria's image. Nampera Maria has taken Namji's case. So how do we arrange them so that they can match? What we are going to do, we are going to highlight these, the names. We come to sort and filter, then we are going to use custom sort, and we sort by column A. So we want to sort the names. We sort them A to Z, and now they are in order. Now the next thing we are going to do, we are also going to highlight the images, or we are going to highlight the photos paths, and we come sort and filter, we sort them A to Z. And now if it asks us to expand, we say continue the current selection. Now if you can see, Bejadorin has taken her photo, Nampera Maria has taken her photo, and so on. So now let's save our data and use it in Microsoft Word using Mail Merge. Now when I go back to Microsoft Word, I'm going to click on Mailings. I say Start Mail Merge. I'm going to use step-by-step Mail Merge wizard. So if I click that, I'll get this sidebar, and then I'm going to click Next. So here I should leave letters selected. Then I click Next, Starting Document. Then I use this current document. I will leave that selected. I click Next, select Recipients. So this is important. Now we need to select our Excel file because it contains the data we want to put in our document. So I'm going to click on Browse. So it will take me to computer to select my database file, that is the Excel file that contains my data. I click, it is on desktop, in the folder named, I named that folder Mail Merge, probably it's here. So it is data, the Excel that is having my data for students. Let me open it. Now after that, it will show me the sheets. I'm having one sheet. I say okay. Now it will show me the data in that Excel file. I say okay. That is now done. I say next, write your letter. Now this is important. So now let's get started and write our letter. So where there is name, I will highlight that, and I say insert merge field. I put name. Well, so if you can see now, it has done just like that, and now the name is in here, but it is in capital letter. Let me come and change it to sentence case. Good. Now the next thing is post. I'm going to highlight it. I come to mailings, insert field, post. Let me put a line so that the post occupies. Let me highlight it, home tab, and then I set it to sentence case. So that will hold the name of these people. Now the next thing is a photo. Where? So I'm going to insert a shape, probably a rectangle. I draw it where I want the photo to be. Then I'm going to right click on it and say add text. Now let me first go to drawing tools, shape fill. I change it to white. Now I change it to white, and then I'm going to put in the text I want. Now let me come to mailings, insert field. I put in picture. It is white, the text is white, that's why I cannot see it. Let me highlight it. Then I come to home, let me shade it black such that we can see it. Now this is very important. Let's pay attention. This is not enough. This will not add a picture for us. So I'm going to highlight the text. I press Ctrl and F9 on the keyboard. So after doing that, I will get those curly brackets added to my picture. I should press Ctrl F9. Then I write this. If true. This is telling it that if the file path is true, then we show the picture. But wait, that is not enough again. So we need to highlight it again, and again we press Ctrl and F9. Again we shall get another curly bracket. So in this one we shall type include picture without space. Just like that. So that's enough. It will call the picture and it will show us the picture. Now let's resize this to to the size of the photo we need, and let me put it just here. And now let me come to drawing tools, shape outline. I hide it, the outline, so that the picture becomes transparent. Boom! Everything is done. Now let's see the results. Now I'm going to say mailings, finish and merge, edit individual letter, all, and boom. Well, so now maybe our name, the names are now in capital letters. Reason, we typed them in capital letters in Excel, but if we need to set them to case, we need to set them to sentence case. Let me highlight this and I do it manually, but in Excel, it would have typed it in lowercase if we wanted it to be. Well, so I think now you have seen how we've created our certificate. The next thing we are going to do, we are going to save our certificates as PDFs so that we can easily print them. Okay, so let me get this. Sorry, Ctrl Z, because I've changed the layout. I wanted to make it sentence case so that it can be readable. Well, so these are our certificates for these people. Now, the next thing we are going to do, let me right click here, save as, I choose desktop. Let me call them certificates. Let me call them prefects. And then under save type as, let me use PDF. Well, so now the next thing I'm going to do, let me choose desktop and I save my file there. Well, so this is now what we are having. St. Plus School Sojo, that is for Nabajadrin. If we go down, we are having Nampera Maria. If we go down, so all certificates are in one place in PDF. Wow, thank you so much for watching. This video is sponsored by Mr. Gonzaga. Thank you so much for supporting our work. Please, also, what you can do, you can subscribe such that you too support our work. Big up, Mr. Gonzaga. We appreciate every effort you put in. Thank you so much. That's how we can use Mail Merge, and that's how we can use Microsoft Word to design certificates. So I can see you designing your own certificates, and please remember we are designing online school for ICT, where you will come and get ICT lessons. So we shall see you submitting your project for checkup just to see whether you have designed your own certificate using Microsoft Word. So you may send your work on 0706 48 48 28 WhatsApp. So please don't forget to comment down here, or please subscribe and like this video. Thank you so much. I remain Kazwe Patrick.